Hey guys, welcome back to CoralJoyTravel. In today's video, I'm going to be talking about my family's favorite signature restaurant at Walt Disney World on our last trip. If you want to hear about it, stay tuned. Let me know in the comments below what your favorite signature restaurant is at Walt Disney World if you have dined at one and why. Hey guys, welcome back. I'm so happy you're here. If this is your first time here, do consider subscribing because we are sharing lots of tips and tricks about Walt Disney World and especially reviews on my last vacation to Walt Disney World, which was just over spring break a few weeks ago. So in today's video, we are going to be talking about my family's favorite signature restaurant at Walt Disney World. And a signature restaurant is a restaurant that costs a little bit more. It's kind of like finer dining, yet still semi-casual. I went a little too casual, I fear, but it just happened to be that way. But it usually has a theme and really focuses on kind of eclectic tastes and ingredients, really fine ingredients. Prices are a little higher than the standard restaurants at Walt Disney World, but the food and the atmosphere and the drinks are amazing. So our family dined at four signature restaurants. Flying Fish, Yachtsman Steakhouse, Tiffin's in Animal Kingdom, and California Grill. I have eaten at all of those restaurants before. Some of my family members hadn't, so it was a new experience to some of them. Our favorite signature restaurant we ate at on this last trip was, drumroll, California Grill. It was phenomenal. And I tried to get California Grill as an advanced dining reservation for my family, but I was unable to get it before my trip. However, when I was down in Walt Disney World in the theme parks, I tend to scour the My Disney Experience account and look and see if any new dining reservations come available in the next few days of our trip. And doing so, I was able to get a table for four at California Grill. I believe it was at least one or 2 days from when I was looking. I was thrilled. California Grill has great seafood, sushi, fish. It's just great. And it is at the top of the Contemporary Resort, which is right alongside Magic Kingdom. And there is a whole row of windows overlooking Magic Kingdom and Seven Seas Lagoon. So you can kind of see parts of the Grand Floridian and the Polynesian, depending on where you're sitting, and maybe even Space Mountain, that sort of thing. We were fortunate to be seated by a window, and I think that really made a big difference in our atmosphere. I loved that. So I honestly suggest when you are talking to the hostess, just saying if there's a table by a window, we would really prefer that. Obviously, they can't guarantee that for you, but if they can make it work, they will. I didn't ask for that. In fact, I really have never asked for that, but I have been seated in California Grill, not alongside the window, and it was better alongside the window, just for the view itself. I'm going to leave some. You'll see in some of the footage that I'm showing you what our view was. I mean, we kind of were overlooking a bit of our roof, but that didn't distract from the atmosphere to me. I kind of liked seeing the lagoon and the water shuttles going by and the ferry, and just made me feel good. So the atmosphere, A+. The food, I mean, you can take a look at some of these things that we were eating, but we were so happy with all of the food choices we made. We started with a cheese platter for the family. It was phenomenal. And I think my son also got a salad that, I mean, take a peek at the salad. It is just fresh. I mean, it just looks fresh, right? It looks fresh and it tasted fresh. And just the dressing, everything was perfection. So we were really thrilled with those appetizers. And then came the entrees, and everyone's entree looked better than the other person's entree, and yet every single entree was spectacular. There was nothing I could say negative about any of the entrees we chose. Oh, so good. Everything was so good, and we were so full. Yet, when our amazing waiter came by with the dessert options, and we looked, which, you know, looking at dessert options is always a problem. Even if you're super stuffed, when you see donuts with lavender ice cream, I mean, how do you say no to that? So we got that. Obviously, you can see it here. We split it amongst the four of us. Holy moly. I am so glad we tried that. And I am so glad we split it 4 ways, because that way we were still stuffed, but yet not as stuffed as we would have been if we got that times 4. Because we were actually heading to Flight of Passage for a fast pass that I was able to snag right after this reservation. So I cannot say enough good things about the California Grill. Atmosphere, A+. Our service and our server, A+. Always kept coming around with tap water. Now, mind you, this tap water is incredible. You can drink the tap water at California Grill. I think my boys probably drank 5 glasses of tap water. You dehydrate in Walt Disney World if you don't drink enough, and they probably were dehydrated from the day, so they kept drinking it. It was so good. And the glasses they put them in were beautiful too. I know, just presentation plays a big factor in that, I think. So water was great. No need to buy bottled or sparkling water. You can just have that regular tap water, and they kept coming and filling up our glasses. We had a phenomenal wine, my husband and I can't recall what it was. I know it was red. I think it was a Pinot Noir. It was really good. So we had that to enjoy with our meal. And the prices, like I said, they are a little bit higher, but I think the value of the price and like I said, the ingredients and the attention to detail makes it worth it. I was just so happy there. I am so thrilled that I was able to get that reservation last minute. So pro tip, if you don't get a reservation that you want, California Grill is one of those. Cinderella's Royal Table is one of those. Ohana's sometimes. Chef Mickey's, if you haven't made reservations until last minute or you never made reservations, look on your My Disney Experience account on the dining reservation part and just look, you know, that day, the next day, the day after, and see if you're able to get a reservation that someone cancels, because people do cancel their reservations if they don't want to be charged a no-show fee. So do check that. But California Grill, hands down, favorite signature restaurant on Walt Disney World property. Again, it is in the Contemporary Resort, which makes it super convenient to Magic Kingdom if you wanted to walk there. There's a little pathway that you can walk there. Or super convenient by taking the monorail to either the Polynesian or the Grand Floridian or the Ticket and Transportation Center if your car's parked there. Or convenient to taking the monorail to Epcot. We were leaving the California Grill to go to Animal Kingdom, so we ended up taking an Uber because we were pressed for time, but we could have taken a bus to Animal Kingdom. So anyway, let me know in the comments below what your favorite signature restaurant is at Walt Disney World if you have dined at one, and why. California Grill is my number 1 right now. I had a number 1 that was the Yachtsman Steakhouse, but now it's not my number 1. Because of the experiences we had on this trip, and I will talk about my review of the Yachtsman Steakhouse in an upcoming video, as well as Tiffin's, as well as Flying Fish. But I wanted to start with my favorite, and hands down my family's favorite signature restaurant at Walt Disney World. California Grill, 10 out of 10. 10 out of 10. Thank you guys so much for watching my video. Please stay tuned for my upcoming Disney reviews and Disney tips and tricks I will see you next week. Have a great day. Bye. My husband's calling me. Gotta go.